begin. I don't. Okay, there we are. There we are. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video with Electric Soul. What's up, guys? If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual girl putting everybody on alongside a whole lot of other things. But today in this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about, well, I'm not going to be talking about anything other than picking a card for your 2026 year to see what you should know about your new year, basically, or about the rest of your year, I will honestly say, because this is something that I love to do. I've been doing it for 2 years now, since 2024. And what I have discovered is that there's a lot of information that I can spiritually give you guys that I would love for y'all to receive. And I am just going to be doing this basically. So if you're not here yet, you will see the recording of it later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm obviously not going to repeat anything because I just got to keep going. But I will preface this really fast by saying that I may not be able to get to questions today because I don't know how long this is going to take. I feel like it's going to take like 40 minutes personally, but we're going to see what happens. All right. So with that being said, guys, if you're here, hey guys, I love you guys. Oh my God, you guys are so cute. I like look over and I see all these comments. Thanks. You guys are so cute. I'm glad that you guys are here now. But okay, so I'm going to show you guys crystals. Okay, I'm going to show you guys three crystals. Okay, good. I'm glad that YouTube was telling you guys. Hey everyone. Aw, you guys are so cute. I see like the 1, 2, like the crown emoji things next to your names. So thank you guys for being so loyal to me. For real, it means a lot to me. But okay, so we're gonna start and I'm gonna show you guys the crystals. And I want you guys to just choose what you guys feel that you want for yourselves. I'm just gonna give you guys some time to like do this. I'm gonna give you guys like a few seconds to feel it out. But okay, so already start feeling the energy of what you see here, right? Just whatever you see and you feel that you resonate with automatically, take it with you, even if it's 2 crystals, the whole thing, if you want to take the whole thing with you. But please be sure that you are intuitively feeling out what you feel is actually corresponding with you and your reality in whichever way, shape, or form that may be. So what we have here is the sodalite, okay? That's the first pile. The second pile is tiger's eye. Look at this fat boy. That's what she said. And then the last one is angel aura quartz. Okay, so you could see. That's what you see. So this is 1, 2, 3. All right. So I'll give y'all a little bit. I'll give you guys like, I feel like 30 seconds to choose. All right. So I'm going to be counting. Keep in mind 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Let me count. 13, 14, 15. I'm counting to 30. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3. Got it? Chose? Okay. I'm going to put it down now. Okay. All right. Let's see. A lot of people choose 2 and 3. Okay. So it's really funny because the cards that I got for some of these are like, it just corresponds so much with, I think, a lot of people. But okay. So we're going to go with the sodalite first. If you chose number 1, this is your crystal, right? Okay. Now let's get started on what the cards say. So I chose 6 cards for everyone, and they all divinely came out as they were supposed to. Obviously nothing, I never choose anything without it being intuitive. So everything was literally just whatever came out. Okay. So the first card that we have here is Time to Go. You can see it for pile 1. This is for pile 1, guys. So Time to Go. I'll read all the cards actually. So you got Time to Go. You got What Do You Desire? Pretty card. Okay. You got Foundation and Achievements. All right. Rejoice in Celebration. Obviously win, period. You got Retreat. Okay. And Love Yourself First. Okay. So the first card says for Time to Go, The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. So the first thing that I feel within your pile for pile card number one, card pile number one, is that there's a lot of stuff that y'all are letting go of this year because there's a lot of things that y'all are clearing, making way for within your realities at this time. I feel like a lot of people in pile one may have potentially settled for things that they didn't want to settle for in the past, and that was something that was really I feel like it was almost problematic to your character because it didn't make you feel good to almost miss out on things within your reality or what you felt like you were missing out on. Because I feel like for this pile, there's a lot of people who tend to underestimate themselves. And I feel like that corresponds with the love yourself card, which this card says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I feel like for this pile, you guys may have been people and honestly still are people who probably undergo imposter syndrome. I feel like there's a lot of like underestimating and downplaying yourself, even though there's literally no reason to do something like that. I feel like this more so comes from fear, and it could have. I see self-esteem, so I feel like it's also a self-esteem thing, obviously, but it's something that you probably were kind of born with in a way, where you were very hard on yourself and you didn't feel like you were good enough growing up, right? But everything is coming through right here with foundations and achievements and rejoice and celebration to show you that you have a lot of things to look forward to, but it's literally because you are letting yourself look forward to these things and you are currently consciously manifesting them. I feel like with card pile number one, you guys are people who kind of go through, actually, wait, someone said, could we do a poll? Yeah, let me see if I could do that. Is there a way I could do that? Hold on. Start a poll. Okay. Hold on, let me write. I see it here. Which card pile do y'all intuitively choose? Okay, add option. Hold on. One is soda light. Hold on, let me look up the glitter emoji so I can copy and paste that. I feel like for pile card number one, though, or card pile number one, is that these people are people who make their own destiny. So I think that the biggest thing for you kinds of people as well is that y'all have had a lot of time to kind of like fall down and start over again, although that was never the intention in the first place. I don't feel like this is something where you guys were like, oh yeah, I gotta, you know, mess up in order to learn. It's not really ever like that. It's just something that comes from what's it called, like a self-esteem, a lack of self-esteem that y'all should be, you know, like really embracing, basically, because I feel like you guys have a lot of potential and there's a lot of energy for y'all to be able to manifest so many things, but you guys were used to giving yourselves a very hard time, and that was something that I feel like really drained you for a long time. I feel that was something that you were just like, oh my gosh, you know, like I can't keep underestimating myself like this. I feel like something occurred in your reality where you were proven as to why you had to keep pushing and going, and why it just wasn't cutting it anymore for you to be that way. Basically, I feel like it just wasn't beneficial for you to be underestimating yourself so much, because you also felt like you weren't manifesting enough. But honestly, guys, I feel like within this year, you're going to be having a lot of opportunities for y'all to really stand on business in your realities, because you're choosing it now. You're choosing to be confident now, and you're choosing to basically retreat, which is when you pull back. It says it's time to disconnect from the world, okay? So upon retreating, you're pulling back more into yourself by taking a step back from the people who maybe you felt like drained you, things around you that you felt like didn't resonate with you in your reality, things that you know that you want to manifest, but these people and these things aren't helping you. You're going to pull yourself back a lot, and you're going to have, I feel like, a bit more of a hermit year, but I'm saying so in the way that you're just going to be more solitude, like a lot more solitude. And it's funny because soda light and solitude kind of have like the same letters in them, you know what I'm saying, but rearranged. And that's definitely not a coincidence. So with you having as much solitude as you will have, that is also going to be you putting a lot of work towards your self-concept, towards you feeling like your very best self, and towards you understanding that you have nothing to fear in your life. And that, you know, no matter what the situation is, you can always leave. whenever you feel like you need to go. Okay, anytime that you feel like you should leave, please leave. If you feel like there's a person or a thing or a situation or a mindset that you have that you know that you should be abandoning at this time, it's time for you to just go. And I want y'all to understand that this is what's going to be the foundation to your achievements, basically, is you pulling back from anything or everything that did not resonate with you within your reality. And it's going to push you just onto the next level, where in 2026, I feel like you're going to see a lot of blessings grow. I keep seeing like a flower blooming, and that those blessings from this year are going to carry on into 2027. That's what I see vividly. I see like you're setting the foundation for something that you're growing now. And I feel like money, a big thing is abundance. I feel like you guys are going to be having a lot of more friendships. I see like groups, but of people that you actually resonate with, people that you manifest to, you know, be someone that is good for you in your life. I feel like even job work opportunities, if that's what you desire. And basically any other case scenario, I feel like even a pet, if you want a pet this year, that's something else that you will manifest. But you're going to have a lot of things in your life that's going to make you feel like you have no reason to fear as to whatever, you know, like anything in the past that you felt like, oh, you were afraid of and that you really let take control. Now you don't feel that way anymore because you feel like, what was I tripping for? Like you understand that you were your own biggest enemy in the past. So it's now time to be your biggest supporter. And upon you finding out that you are now your biggest supporter, you're going to be taking such a charge and initiative within your reality. I feel like you're gonna low-key end up, I low-key feel like scare people, but I feel like it's people around you who underestimated you or who just didn't see you as like a super confident person. Because I see the word fearlessness when it comes to you, but when it comes to the people around you, I kind of feel like I feel like they will be inspired to be more courageous because I see that they will see your courage. But I also feel like they will feel some people, those people who don't benefit you as much, the karmics, I feel, are going to feel a bit way more threatened than anything else. I feel like these people may be like, what happened to them? They changed so much. Whoa, like they're going out more, they're dressing up this, like all this stuff. And it does come from a place of intimidation and perhaps even jealousy, depending on what history you have with the person and their intention. But I honestly feel like this is the year that you're going to overcome even caring about any of that stuff, because I feel like it would have been effective to you even last year. I feel like in 2024 would have been really effective, and you would have let this kind of eat you alive because you would have thought, what's wrong with me? Like, why do these people point out this about me? That, you know, kind of put you down in a sense. But now you're not letting these people put you down in any way, shape, or form. And that's why pushing you to love yourself even more, this is going to surprise people around you who doubted you. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that obviously, fuck the people who doubted you. It doesn't really matter. But I also feel like you're someone who cares a lot about yourself, and you're someone who's extremely, extremely strong. I keep seeing that. And I'm seeing this from the place of being someone who, what is it called? It's like, it's not like you're not an ugly duckling, but it's like that, like the ugly duckling who became what, the swan. I don't remember the story, but basically like that. Like I see you being someone who was very quiet and very intimidated, like very intimidated by things in your life, in your reality. And now it's kind of like the complete opposite. And you're becoming, it's not like a rock turning into a diamond, but kind of like Rudolph the reindeer. Y'all know how he ended up becoming the goat of basically all the reindeers. And all the other reindeers were like, oh shit, you know, like they kind of made fun of him at first. But then as time went on, he became the head, like he became the leader of the reindeers because Santa needed him the most. I feel like you're Rudolph the reindeer, but you're also somebody who, upon you being Rudolph, you're someone who has so much courageousness within you that you just need to start practicing that, consciously speaking. It's time for you to stop being so intimidated by things that used to put you down, because I feel like the self-esteem thing was a huge thing that affected you way before. I feel like it genuinely really affected you. And I feel like that was something that made you feel so, I feel like so empty. Like I feel like despair, like a hole in my chest kind of thing. And I feel like there was a period where you thought that you couldn't get away from that. But you're seeing now that there's actually a chance of hope, because it's not even that you're seeing examples of people. Like you're not seeing videos on YouTube of people who are super courageous and you're like, oh, I can do that, I can be that. It's not like that. This is way deeper for you, because these wounds almost go so deep for you that you needed to rework your subconscious mind, your reality, everything else, for you to be able to have a strong enough self-concept so that you can manifest all that you want and so that you can see yourself as the GOAT again of your reality, because there's no reason as to why you should be underestimating yourself, especially when you know that you can leave any situation that doesn't make you happy. And if you want something different, you have to choose something different. Okay, what do you desire? So this card right here, it says right here, you now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. That's literally the whole point of this reading. I feel like for card pile number 1, you guys have a lot of freaking potential and you guys are meant to make it very, very far, but not without the help of yourself. You need to be your first priority. You need to be your biggest supporter. You have to be like head honcho of your life. And I'm not kidding. It feels very serious to me. It's almost like you have to learn your way, period. And you have to choose to be very, very strong, because I also feel like this pile were kind of people who felt like they were almost pushovers in a sense. Like I feel as though you felt like you were never good enough, genuinely. And for whatever reason, it could be from like past lives and stuff like that. But I feel like now is the time for y'all to shed that skin the fuck off. Like, absolutely not. You deserve so much better than that. And it's time for you to just not play about these kinds of things. Don't let other people make decisions for you. It's time for you to make your own decisions and for y'all to stand on business with the decisions that you are making, because you deserve so much better than what you could have ever imagined before. And that is something that's going to take you all the way to the end of the finish line, because as your confidence grows, you're also going to see how everything around you grows in prosperity, and how the people who slept on you, you never needed in the first place. They're going to want a piece of you. You feel me? Because you're going to be so great, because you already are that great, but you're going to see it more and more. That's going to leave for everyone else to see it as well, even more. And they're all going to want a piece of you, because who wouldn't? Of course. Like, oh my God, she's glowing. He's glowing. Holy shit. Like I want a part of that. No, absolutely not. The people who slept on you, leave them out. Leave it all behind. Retreat for a reason, genuinely. If you have to retreat, please retreat. But if you also know that it's time for you to have better, just make sure that you're not settling for anything that does not make you happy, and understand that there's always something to rejoice in celebration for. This is the year of celebration for you, card pile number 1. Seriously, this is important. I feel like for you guys, out of all 3 piles, I feel like you guys need the most like support. Y'all need the most self-esteem. So please be sure that you're working on your self-concept, and please be sure to uplift yourself at every single given chance in time, all the time, freaking always, guys. You all deserve everything. And I feel like it's literally up to you. I can feel it so hard how much it's up to you. It's not even funny. You need to make those decisions though this year, and no one else could tell you about yourself, and you should never let anyone make anything for you happen ever. You're the one, period. Okay, your decision. And with your decision being made, it's already done for you. So you already know. Exactly that, guys. Okay, so card pile number 2. Hey guys, if you chose the tiger's eye, this is number 2. I love this crystal. I've had this crystal for years. I've had, yeah, this one for years, and the other 2 I've gotten more recently. But okay, so let's read it. So card pile number 2. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna set down the cards for you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, so the first card that you got is Let Your Past Go. Wow. Okay, and then you got Joy. Can you see it good? It's a cute card, right? God, where's it? There. Shorty's on a dolphin, man. She got wings, like baddie alert. Okay, and then we got Moving On, which is so crazy because Let Your Past Go and Moving On, they're both in this. These are all different decks, by the way. Like this is a different deck. This is a different, and they all correlate with each other. Like, come on, guys, seriously. It's so amazing how this always works out. It always aligns itself. You got Balance next. Now you got, try to do it like that. Forgiving and Learning. Okay. And then you got Express Your Love. Okay. Beautiful. So let's start from the top. Okay. So the first thing that I'm feeling here is that you guys, I feel like y'all are more optimistic as people. I feel naturally y'all are pretty optimistic people. I feel like you guys aren't really people who fear too much about your life or your reality that much. I feel like there is some fear here, but it doesn't feel overwhelming to me. It doesn't feel like something where it's like, oh man, the worst is going to happen. And I feel like that's kind of where this Joy card comes in. Okay. What the Joy card says is joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. So automatically, I feel like that confirms the fact that you guys are definitely, I feel like y'all have learned a lot in past lives. I feel like you guys have gone through a lot in past lives that led y'all to purposely be very optimistic in this lifetime now. And that's why I feel like things worked out better for y'all in this lifetime because you were just naturally positive growing up. And I feel like there were moments that brought you down. Like there were moments that didn't make you feel the happiest. There may have been even periods of time, like for a few months, where you felt kind of depressed and things like that. But there was nothing. I feel like warm in my legs right now. And that leads me to believe that you may have felt burnt out in some extent for going so hard in your reality. Like you guys may be very strong overachievers. I see guardian angels. I assume that some of y'all are like strong protectors of other people. You guys are probably people who either rescue animals, rescue people, rescue or help people around you and animals as well. But you guys are people who not easily burn out, but I feel like you guys have so much energy that y'all exert into the universe that it could make you feel like burnt out in a sense. And that's kind of where I feel like these two cards, and again, keep in mind they're like different decks, so that's really cool. The moving on card and the let your past go card. Okay. So these two cards are all about letting go of whatever it was that made you feel like you were stagnant in a sense. But I feel like you guys don't need too much help in regards to staying positive. I think what you guys need more help with is understanding that you're actually limitless in this reality and to not let your past make you feel like you're limited in any way, shape, or form. Because I feel like even for you guys, like I stated, you guys grew up more positively, but I still see that there's some pessimism that was embedded within y'all growing up in some sense. But I feel like it's because of limitations that y'all saw around you. Maybe you saw your family struggle financially. Maybe you saw someone cheat on somebody that meant a lot to you and you couldn't believe it, whatever. But it kind of like deterred the way that you saw life because you felt like you were almost being too optimistic about life. Meanwhile, things around you were happening that didn't prove that to you fully. You know, like you also saw things that did work out, but you also saw things that didn't. And I feel like the things that didn't kind of weighed you down in a sense, but I don't feel like it was enough to stop you. But I feel like this year is about you becoming weightless now. Like it's about you letting go of the limitations truly. And I keep seeing the word limitless minded. I feel like this is the time for y'all to become truly and genuinely very limitless minded, to the extent of just understanding that there's nothing here that could ever hold you back. There's nothing here that could scare you genuinely. Nothing here is enough to stop you in a life and reality where you are extremely empowered because you're choosing to be. And alongside that, with the let your past go card, it says, the burden of carting your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Exactly what I'm saying. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Okay? So that right there literally automatically confirms it's time for y'all to let go of these limiting beliefs completely. I feel like some of y'all are meant to be like big booming business owners. If y'all have a business, I feel like you guys are meant to like literally have a big business. I feel like either an LLC or a business where you interact with a lot of people, you'll have a lot of clients. I feel like a lot of interaction with people and a lot of like energy put into a big project that's going to expand ultimately. But the result of this is because of you choosing to be limitless minded. Because I feel like with limitations, you could still get all of that stuff done, and you honestly will if you want to. But I feel like if you want to really prosper the way that you know that you deserve to, if you want the mansion, if you want your dream car, if you want the love of your life, if you want whatever it is that you want physically or emotionally speaking, spiritually, financially, mentally, anything, you can actually have these things. I just feel like it's time for y'all to let go of some BS that was kind of making you feel like you couldn't let go. There's nothing to hold on to here. Like there's literally nothing to hold on to here. And I feel like another big part of that is also forgiving and learning from not only your mistakes, because I feel like for you, you kind of were hard on yourself, but you were more hard on the people around you who would mess up. I feel as though if people around you made big mistakes that made you feel very upset, it would like really it would really hurt you. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you'd be very affected and you'd almost blame them for almost, I don't want to say your downfall, but it's almost like you would blame them for the way that your life was going, but it had nothing to do with them. It was more of a projection of your fear. because of their behavior making you feel like, oh, I have something to fear now, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? So with the forgiving and learning card, it says, as you release, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay. And it's funny because with that card is also the express your love card. And that card says, excuse me, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this is more romantic. This right here is a romantic card pile, but it still resonates with your year and the way that you want to manifest things and what you should basically know at this time. What this card goes for in a manifestation sense, as opposed to a romantic sense, is that if you want to manifest what you want to manifest, you have to open your heart to that. If you want to have all of the limitless things in your reality that you claim that you know that you have to see the world as your oyster. And you have to understand that there's nothing to fear, regardless of whoever made you feel like there was something to fear. There never was, okay? And I feel like alongside you forgiving and kind of learning from these past errors and stuff like that, or even like the way that you would think before that you knew wasn't helpful, I feel like some of y'all are very stubborn about this. Honestly, I feel like some of y'all are like I'm not the one. Like, it's not my fault. It's this, is that. And that's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to blame yourself blatantly, obviously, but I feel like you should take responsibility over the way that you can change your mind if you want to change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's going to change your mind for you. You have to be the person to get the ball rolling in your highest favor and then keep it pushing in that direction. No one out here is going to help you see that except for yourself. But I feel like even with that, I feel like you can learn from the lessons that you've been through before with other people. If you've seen stuff like I stated that did not make you feel great, learn from their mistakes. You don't have to be a person who goes through things yourself in order to learn. You can learn from other people too. And I feel like that's what's also going to help continue to contribute to your joy as a whole, where you're going to see that, okay, no, like I can actually always be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can actually let things work out for me. I can let my reality bless me as it does, and I can honestly see the world as I want to see it, because upon me seeing happiness manifest all around me, you're moving on from all the bullshit from before, right? And I feel like one of the biggest, or some of the biggest blessings that you're going to be receiving are a lot of physical gifts. I feel like you guys are going to be receiving, I see a motorcycle. I don't know if one of y'all are manifesting a motorcycle, but I literally just vividly saw a motorcycle. I feel like some of y'all are just going to become a lot brighter in terms, not even just your energy, but I feel like smarter. I feel like more intelligent, more able to pave the way in your reality, more like, what is the word? More inventive with your manifesting. You're not just going to stick to one script anymore. If you like to visualize or affirm, you may also start scripting, and you may also start basically implementing other forms of manifestation, whether that, and they will all be very broad, but it's up to you as to how you will go about that. I feel like there are going to be a broad amount of ways for you to manifest what you want without any fear. And you're just going to be like, nah, if I want to manifest that, I can easily do it. And the rewards are going to be basically whatever it is that you want. I don't see anything super specific. The things that I stated earlier were things that I specifically saw. Like, I saw a mansion, actually. I saw a business. I saw a motorcycle. I even saw like a soulmate, if that's what you want. But with everything else, I feel like whatever you want in your reality is going to be your choice. So if you sit here right now and you're like, I want a pet frog, I don't know, man. Like, you want like a really cute rare toad or something. You're literally going to end up manifesting that because you've opened up the portal within your reality for you to see that you can actually have this toad as easily as you're claiming that you do. And people or things around you, your reality is going to find a way to get this toad to you. Even if before in the past, when you were little, let's say that you had a sibling who was manifesting a rabbit. And I say manifesting meaning they really wanted a rabbit. They didn't know what manifesting was when they were a kid, I'm sure. But maybe they were a kid and they were like, I really want a rabbit. I really want a rabbit. Mom, please get me a rabbit, please. And everyone was like, no, you're not getting a rabbit. Stop. Okay. So they let it go, and you were like, damn, like you were kind of affected by that because you were like, oh, okay, so maybe like things don't work out for us, maybe it's not that easy, whatever. Then you realize as time goes on, you're like, okay, we're not kids anymore. Like, we're not children where we don't have control over our realities like the way that we do now. So maybe there is a way for me to be able to manifest the pets that I want or the lifestyle that I want, even if my sibling had it a different way when they were younger or whatever. And because you're realizing, you see, even with this, okay, peep the example I gave y'all. It's kind of silly for you to hold yourself up to a standard of something that happened when you were a kid, in the sense that, yeah, maybe there was a lack of control because, you know, your parent could tell you no. But as you get older, you realize that doesn't have to stop you. But in some cases, it does stop some people. Some people genuinely still feel afraid. They're like, I mean, it never went my way. When I was in college, I didn't get the paycheck that I wanted. The guy that I wanted dumped me. The girlfriend that I had, she broke up with me, whatever. And you feel almost like linked to this freaking experience that you had before. And it's like, bro, just because it happened to you during that time where you honestly weren't even feeling like your best self, you didn't feel like you had your shit together truly. How are you going to hold yourself up to that standard today if you're a totally different person than you were during that time? I feel like it's ridiculous to hold on to past things in the name of, but it happened to me, bitch. Like, okay, and like, no, the fuck it didn't first. But also you can choose differently. Like, you don't have to keep re-experiencing the things that you've been through before just because they happened. All right. So this is a very important point. I feel like for card pile number 2, you guys have to remember that there's nothing here to fear. Like, nothing in your past is ever going to hold you down and say, you can't manifest him. You can't manifest that. No, nothing. No matter what you saw, no matter what you experienced, it's in the past for a reason. Let yourself be happy in your life because you're meant to be. And alongside that, also maintaining a lot of balance. Okay. This is what it is to be balanced. Do you think it's balanced for you to be super unfair with yourself and saying, I can't do it because of what happened? That's not fair. Like, that's not balanced to you, bro, baby. I was gonna say baby and bruh, baby. Like, hello. And also balance corresponds with angel number 333, which means mind, body, soul balance. Okay. So if you know that you're in your right mind, you're making the right decisions, and you're saying all the right things, and you're believing all the right things, you know that you feel genuinely balanced within yourself enough to the extent of being able to just see this world as your oyster without any fear, because you have nothing to fear. Like I stated, there's nothing here that's going to hold you back. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I feel like this year for card pile number 2, it's all about letting that shit go, letting the past go, letting the fears go, and understanding I don't have anything to fear. I deserve the limitless amount of things that I'm getting this year. And you do. It's time for that. It's time for you to really pull into yourself and understand, damn, this world is my oyster. Let me get to it. I feel like y'all are like alchemists. Is that how you say it? Like, you guys transform things so strongly, like in such a powerful way. Yeah, that's literally y'all. Practice alchemy, because I feel like that's literally something that card pile number 2, and there's also 22 viewers right now, which is not a coincidence. Yeah, I feel like card pile number 2, you guys need to really pay attention to this stuff, because like, you guys have so much power to create and make wonderful changes in your life and in your reality. Never ever behave as though you can't or you don't, because you do. Always. Always. All right, though, guys. So the final card pile that we have here is Angel Aura. Isn't that so cute? Like, let's see what else we got. It's like a whole world in there. All right, so card pile number 3, guys. Let's see what we got. I'm excited because I see that one was 53% voted, so it has a lot. All right, so let's see what we got. Okay. Yes, I remember pulling this card pile, this deck. Okay, guys. So the cards that you got here, relationship. Ooh. Who's manifesting a relationship? Okay. It could be a relationship in any way, by the way. It doesn't have to just be romantic. Daydream. Cute. Very cunty. Cute, cute. Okay, now we got fulfillment of wishes. I love this card. It's very beautiful. You got throat chakra. Love that for you. That one's I'm gonna tell y'all about that. It's gonna mean a lot. You got wedding. Whoa, that's not a coinky dink. 2 different card piles, by the way. Like, okay, that's not a coincidence at all. All right, and then we got final, make the effort. Okay, you guys. So obviously this is the card pile that 11 viewers, 11 likes, 11, a soulmate sign. I feel like you guys, out of all the piles, you guys, I see spiritual power. That's honestly actually the first thing I see. I see it vividly. I see like spiritual power in my face, okay? So what that means for me and what that means for y'all is that you guys are people who I feel like you guys understand you have this world bagged. I feel like you guys actually feel like this world is bagged in your highest favor. I literally keep seeing this world as your oyster and that you know it. I feel like that was something that you had to learn to understand and that you actually have mastered that in some sense. And that's really good. I'm really happy for you. And you guys are really ready to move on to the next level within your reality. I feel like things are very different for you now. Okay? Compared to how you were in the past, I feel like even if you were growing up kind of insecurely or whatever, you always had a very strong spirit and soul, and you also had a lot of potential that you knew that you could tap into. And I feel like you actually knew this consciously, okay? I feel like this is a very mature pile. I feel like I actually feel you guys have gone through a lot of stuff in your past lives or even during your childhood or teenage years that made you that kind of linked you to immaturity. I kind of feel y'all were actually very immature before, but that you always had a very mature sense within you, and all you had to do was tap into that. So upon you being very mature as people, okay, you're also someone who, it's not that y'all live a fast life, but you guys are someone who it's like, you know what you want and you're gonna get that shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna settle for less. I feel like you have settled for less and you saw what it did to you and you just understood that you don't want to do that again. And that's something that I'm very happy about. I'm happy to hear that. Obviously, very proud. I want y'all to never settle for anything. But I feel like because of this, I just feel like this pile is so grown up. Like, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like y'all are like grown up as people who are already married to a husband or a wife of like 52 years or some shit. Like, it feels like y'all have been, yeah, 52%. That's literally insane. Didn't it just say 53? Am I tripping? Angel aura? I don't know if y'all could see the percentage of the angel, the crystals, but yeah, that's crazy. Okay, whatever. Y'all have been married for like hella long. And it feels like to you that after everything that you've been through, you're finally being fulfilled of your wishes now because you're choosing to take action. Not even just action, you're choosing to set intentions in your life and you're choosing to be extremely intentional about everything that you want. I'm going to tell y'all really fast. When I had my spiritual awakening at age 17, I remember that I was not playing games about the shit that I was manifesting. And I'm not kidding about that at all. I manifested so many things that were extremely life-changing and super grown up. You know what I'm saying? Like things that you don't typically, I guess, manifest at age 17 because it's almost like too mature. But for you guys are completely going in on it. Like, you guys want the relationship. You guys want to be married. I feel like if you don't want to be married, you want, I feel like a soulmate. I literally said the word soulmate. And that to me confirms here. It says wedding, right? This situation involves marriage, you don't say. Okay, so whether that be an engagement, an actual marriage, a long-term boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, these are all people in your reality that you are extremely, you're okay with the soul bond that you have with these people. You're completely linked by the like this, like completely like that, like linked ASF with the person that you call your own. And it's because you have a certain level of maturity that has helped you maintain a relationship that you know that you're ready for. Okay, you guys are people who don't mess around with karmics. I feel like the karmics that y'all have been with or through or whatever were people that you were just like, okay, bye, when the time came for it. I don't feel like y'all were there like, oh, I want to give him 80 more chances. No, I feel like after maybe the third chance, if you're being generous, which there shouldn't be a third chance, but let's say you're being generous, if it's after the third chance, you're officially like, fuck no, get out of my life. I don't ever want to see you again because I deserve so much better than that. And the relationship card reads, you're primarily, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. And what this is trying to say is that the more that you go into yourself, the more that you love yourself, the more conscious and what is it called, like intending, where you have a lot of intentions in your reality, you're very motivated to manifest what you want. The more that you are with yourself, the more that you're going to see that this life is meant to cater to you. It's meant to literally cradle you. It's meant to give you everything that you want. And I think that's why I saw this world is your oyster at the beginning, is because everything is handed to you on a silver platter and you accept that with your entire heart and soul because of everything that you've gone through that has completely shifted the way that you see this life. You understand now that you can have it all. There's nothing to fear. You've seen it all. You've seen people fail. You've seen people succeed. How are you going to sit there and settle with that shit if you know that that's not what you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what you want. You don't want to settle for things anymore because you know that you don't deserve to. And I honestly feel like that is also where this card plays a role. Make the effort. I know that it says right here, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. This is more like a relationship based card. But what the general definition of make the effort means, obviously, is that you try, to set intentions to get your best, is that you try, not even try, that you are intentional, because the throat chakra is literally all about being extremely intentional. You have to be talking and saying things to yourself that you know are going to motivate you to get what you want, because I see the word motivated. I feel like y'all are very motivated. I feel like you guys are not going to stop. I see the word superiority. I don't assume that y'all are superior, but I feel like you guys understand your power. That's what it is. You guys understand the grand value that you have in this reality and how much it plays a role in the universe. And because of that as well, you're also able to easily manifest what you want through daydreaming. Okay, if you guys don't daydream, please, I recommend that y'all daydream, because I feel like this is going to help you guys visually manifest a lot more things, because you're going to see yourself in the energy of having said things. Now, alongside that, the card says you will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. Okay, so obviously that's a really great card to have in general, because the daydream card to me has always been a big sign of visualization. If you're going to be visualizing within your reality, I highly recommend that y'all understand the power of daydreaming, of visualization, like I stated, and basically putting your mind towards anything that you want, mentally speaking. Okay, so if you're going to be manifesting a lot of love in your reality, I what is it? I recommend, I like forgot the word, bro. I highly recommend that you guys put your mindset towards you getting all that. Okay, if you want love, like I stated, you're gonna visualize yourself with the love of your life. And it's so funny, like I stated, all these cards about relationships and weddings and stuff like that, and love, basically, this all comes back to how much you put the effort into actually manifesting these things. Because I feel like with all of the power that y'all have, you have to be putting it towards something. I feel like I don't want to say it's a waste if you don't, but it feels to me that you wouldn't be using up your fullest potential if you're not going to be actually consciously using that to promote something better and greater for yourself. Okay, if you're going to visualize on having a lot of money, please visualize yourself having a lot of money. And what does that mean to you? Does that mean that you're able to buy anything that you want? Does that mean a wad of cash in your hand? Does that mean seeing your bank account and being like, holy shit, F yeah, because you have like millions, you have hundreds of thousands or whatever else? Is it you manifesting the pet of your dreams and then seeing it in your mind as you guys taking a walk together, y'all snuggling together, you feeding your pet? You have to get very decisive about the things that you want now. And even if you're an air sign, I only say air sign because air signs are pretty indecisive. It's time to get decisive, baby. It's time for y'all to lock into the power that y'all know that y'all got within, and to hold on to that as tightly as you possibly can. Because upon you holding on to all of that, the fulfillment of wishes is only going to continue to prosper in your life, because you're choosing to fulfill yourself, and it's all through you making these decisions, consciously speaking, to hold on to them. You have to speak them, not even out loud. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say tell somebody, say it out loud. What if you want to, you can. If you want to look in a mirror and practice mirror magic and all that other stuff, you absolutely can. And I honestly do recommend that, if you want to, go right ahead, because it's going to make you feel even more powerful. But it's something that you have to be telling yourself within at least okay, belief system. That's literally what it is. It's like the law of assumption, baby. I mean, this is the law of assumption. Everything is the law of assumption. With your belief system, it all comes down to the way that you see your life and how you choose to persist in that mindset. If you want better, you have to assume better. You have to persist with better. And you have to understand that y'all deserve so much better than anything else ever before. Okay? It's all about persisting, though. It really genuinely always is. And that's why even with daydreaming, okay, this is going to make manifestation so much easier for you to do, because with daydreaming, it's just going to help you see that vision that you have for yourself as reality. So it's not really something where you're being hopeful and it's not true or whatever. No, it is true. It literally is true. It's because you're claiming that it is. But now that you see it within your mind, it just gives you that much more clarity as to how easy it can all be for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually see yourself with the money. You actually see yourself with the love of your life. How could it not be simple? And I mean, like I stated, if you make the effort, you're going to be very pleasantly surprised to see just how quickly everything flies into your reality. Okay, guys, for card pile number 3, I want to let y'all know you guys are extremely strong and special souls. You guys are very different compared to other energies that I felt. And I'm saying that because I can feel it very strongly. You all are very special in your own ways, of course. I honestly resonate with this pile the most because I feel like this is something that I've been practicing for like my whole life, honestly. But it's all because I chose for myself to embrace my spiritual power from a very young age. I chose to, though, guys. Remember, I'm choosing these things. You guys have to understand that if you want to see it that way, you have to choose the mindset, and that's going to transform your reality. You will see everything flip upside down. But I feel like it's something that you expect too. It's not even something where it's like, oh, whoa, okay, I guess it's that easy. No, like you knew that. You always knew that it was that simple. You just had to tap into that power officially. And maybe before y'all were a little bit afraid. I understand. I was too. But even then, the second that I actually learned to stop being afraid because it was like a waste of time to me, I was like, bro, what am I tripping over? If I know that I can do this, let me tap into that and let me see that for what it is. The second that I saw it for what it is, I realized, holy shit, I'm creating a lot of stuff here and I didn't even know that I could. But I did know that. Like, don't act so humble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, be humble, but don't act so like modest, babe. You knew how much power you had. You knew that you could do whatever it is that you wanted to do. You knew that you could have the love of your life, and you know that you deserve the relationship of your dreams. And for those who are manifesting the soulmates right now, twin flames, kindreds, whatever, any kind of soulmates that you want in your life, I'm going to tell y'all that this is going to come with a lot of maturity and responsibility. I feel like for card pile number 3, you guys have to be extremely mature about the way that you're manifesting the love of your life, because I feel like this relationship is meant to be someone that you end up with forever. Like, maybe not the next lifetime if that's what you want, but I'm saying in this lifetime, it's forever. Okay. So be sure that again, you're being very decisive about who it is that you're manifesting, the maturity that you need to have in order to maintain a healthy, loving relationship with your partner. Because guys, sometimes people will say that they'll manifest a relationship that they want, but they can't even maintain it because they don't feel secure. And it's like, bro, don't assume that. Don't assume that you can't maintain it, and don't ever assume that you don't have the security. You do. But that's the whole point of working on your self-concept. It gives you that security in the long run for you to be able to maintain and hold down your desires as they come. And I feel like for this card pile, having a relationship would be one of the biggest things that y'all can have for yourselves, because it's super dominating over your reality. You know, like, you're officially with a person romantically. That means that you're talking to them constantly. You probably see them constantly. You have a lot of energy shared with this person. If you want to manifest the relationship or the marriage of your dreams this year, you're going to have to really tap into that part of yourself that is able to hold down a very serious thing that is constant. Okay, it's transformational, it's consistent, and your maturity will only push you and point you in the direction of being able to be strong enough to maintain what you're asking for, which is true love. Okay? Immaturity is not going to fly here. I feel like you guys need to really put that shit on the back burner. I can feel that some of y'all are kind of like trying it low key, in the sense that y'all are like, maybe if I play, like, if I make him a little jealous, or if I, no, fuck that. Immaturity is out the window. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. And I don't want y'all entertaining that, because it's not helpful and it's toxic. We're not toxic here. All right. We're not toxic people. We don't date toxically. We don't want to hurt anyone. We want to love ourselves the most that we possibly can. And we want someone who will appreciate that while they love themselves just as much as you love yourself. Okay? That's what a soulmate is. That's a person who compliments you very greatly in your reality. And if y'all want that this year, tap in and understand that you deserve that. And that real love is your only calling. Okay? That's it, guys. Come on. Don't play games about it. Seriously. I mean, this is important. I feel like for me, when I manifested the love of my life, it was very, very mind-opening, because I was like, holy shit, man. Like, I have to be a very mature person for this. And I was prepared for that because I let myself be. But you have to let yourself be. All right, guys? All right, guys. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And thank you guys so much for choosing your card piles for yourselves. The percentage went back to 53. I'm crying for Angel Aura. Thank you guys for being here, though, genuinely. I didn't read any of the comments yet because I've been doing this the whole time. I'm going to briefly read some. I'm not going to talk too much, though. I'm probably going to thank you guys. But I genuinely and truly intend that y'all manifest the very best 2020, I almost said 2016, the very best 2026 of your entire life in reality. And that y'all get every single freaking thing that y'all want for the rest of your lives intentionally. And that your card pile pulled resonated with you as much as it possibly could. I truly intend that it it guides you in the way that it's supposed to, and that it gives you all the clarity and love that you need in order to tap more into your light as a person, like as a very spiritual being, and as someone who's very consistently down with manifestation, the law of assumption, all that great stuff. You have to be very mature to be able to manifest in this way. And I just feel like for all piles, it's like growing up and glowing up this year. It's all in one. Okay, guys, I believe in you all though so very much. And thank you guys so much again for being here. And I truly intend that this helps you out to the most of its ability. And whoever you want to send this reading to, feel free to, because I know it's going to resonate with a lot of people. And I'm really excited to see what y'all have to say. But okay, guys. Okay, I'm going to read a few. I'm not going to read too much because I'm going to end up being here for like an hour and a half, which is fine by me, honestly. But I have some stuff I have to do. Okay. Someone said, another thing I'm working on is self-compassion and not having the pressure of having everything figured out, as you should. And that makes me very happy. You need to work on just consistently letting your life flow as it does, with a lot of security in your desires manifesting, and understanding that everything's going to be all right no matter what. Because even at times, if I ever stress out, which does not happen often, thank God, if I ever do stress out though, I'm just like, forget it. I surrender to it. And I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel for real, because I'm not going to stress myself out over this. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that you shouldn't stress yourself out over either, ever. Okay, guys. I'm glad that all of it resonated with you. And if all the card piles resonated with you, take them with you, because this is not like only you and only you. You can't resonate with, no, like you can absolutely take messages from all these things, because they're all for everyone. And the more the merrier, honestly. Like if you feel as though, yeah, this is something that I know is for me, I know that I can relate to this in whichever way, shape, or form, even if it's one card per pile, that's fine. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, actually. You guys are so cute, bro. Oh my God. Oh, that's so cool. I bought food today and my total was $11 even. That's freaking iconic. I love that for you. That's amazing. I love when things like that happen, because they do happen, honestly, often, especially in my reality. I feel like, I mean, it's anyone's reality, but like, bro, yes, like absolutely. If you see angel numbers in this sense as well, you're definitely very blessed. So I want y'all to remember as well that wherever you see the power, take it with you. Yeah, I picked pile 2, but I also felt drawn to pile 3. Take them both. You got it. You guys are so funny. Yes, bruh. I'm sorry. I couldn't read the chat. Someone said read the chat. I'm sorry, baby. I couldn't focus on both at the same time. Let me see. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you for calling the cards pretty. Thank you. I love these cards. I've been using them for literally years, like forever. Oh, of course, guys. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you guys for being here. I'm typing a bunch of hearts. Can you hear it? I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you guys for everything. I love y'all. May God bless y'all always. I will be back on Monday for another video, and I'll be talking about spiritual topics. So please remember, like, that's what the video is going to be. And if you have any questions about anything, come to me on Monday and ask me and I will answer them. Okay, guys? But thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are so funny. The thing keeps changing. Who keeps voting differently? Like, what is that all about? It's so funny. But, or maybe more people are voting on different stuff. But okay, let's read one last thing. It says, called out to the creator in my dream. I heard a loud frequency in my ear. Was crazy. I was like, okay, I get it. And that's literally how it is. If y'all fall asleep, bro, if you're like if you're in tune with clairvoyancy and you tap into your psychic mediumship, you're going to hear a lot of crazy stuff. And that's usually when you fall asleep, because your channels are wide open. I've heard so many messages falling asleep. I like, honestly, like almost every night, genuinely, I see so many messages and they're super eye-opening. But also remember for you guys that, yeah, that's something that you should definitely take with you. If you're someone who hears frequencies when you're falling asleep, it's that you're very gifted spiritually and that you should tap into these powers that you do have within. Thank you so much for this video. I love you. Do that every year. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you so much for being so sweet and for accepting that. And yeah, I definitely will be back for 2027. Okay, period. All right. I fell asleep last night and heard something on my windows, no explanation. And the other night I heard a witch cackle next door. That's fucking crazy. And I'm telling y'all, like, this world is so spiritual. It doesn't surprise me. Just be safe, spiritually protect yourself always, and always intend the best. White light of protection. I promise you guys, you all are always very spiritually protected. And I'm going to end this on this note, is that you have to always, you don't have to, but you should always set intentions that you're spiritually protected and blessed and safe. And I promise you guys, things will work out in your reality where everything will always be okay for you and everything will always keep you safe and genuinely protected. You never have to worry about where you go, what you do, the people that you meet, because everything will always be good for you. Okay. Everything's meant to be great for you. Please let these things be great for you, because the more that you intend greatness and love and kindness in your reality, you will actually receive that. Excuse me. And just like I have myself, you all will too. Okay. It's with all your intentions set. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Genuinely. You guys got this in the bag. I love y'all more than anything. And I'll be back on Monday. So thank you guys again. I'm very excited. And yeah, we'll speak very soon. God bless. Please take care, everyone. Bye. Love you.